Yesterday we solved systems of equations graphing. Today we're going to solve them algebraically. So the first technique we're going to look at to solve them algebraically is substitution. So algebraic methods are used to find exact solutions of systems of equations. One algebraic method is called the substitution method.
Those were big words and those ones
Okay, in the substitution method, we're solving one equation for one of the variables. So we're either going to solve one equation to be x equals, or we're going to solve it to be y equals. So we're going to find which equation looks the easiest and which variable looks the easiest to solve. And we're going to set the equation to either be x equals or y equals. And then we substitute whatever we get into our other equation and then solve. So we're going to do some examples, and it'll make sense when we go through the examples. Not so much in words, but let's look at our first example. So anytime we see an x or y all by itself, that's the one we're going to solve for. So we're going to solve for this y since it's all by itself. So we want our equation to be y equals here. So how would we move this 2x to the other side? Subtract 2x on both sides. So now our equation is y is equal to 7 minus 2x. You could leave it like y is equal to 7 minus 2x, or if you wanted to, you could say negative 2x plus 7. This is the same exact thing. These two are the same. So either way, yeah, it's just written different. It's like saying 2 plus 4 is equal to 4 plus 2. It's the same thing. But we only need one of them, so I'm just going to use the first one for now. So we have y is equal to 7 minus 2x. So we're going to take this and plug it in to our y in the other equation. So we're substituting it into our other equation. So now we have 5x minus 3 times, this is where we substitute that 7 minus 2 in. So 7 minus 2x is equal to 23. So all we did was replace that y with 7 minus 2x. Yeah, can you minimize it? Okay, so now we take this equation and we solve for x. So what do we have to do first here to solve for x? Distribute, perfect. So we have 5x minus, what's 3 times 7? 21, so it's a minus 21. And then we have a negative 3 times negative 2x. Plus 6x, perfect, is equal to 23. Now how do we solve from here? What do we do next?
add 21.
Perfect, we can combine our like terms, so we add 21 to get it to the other side. And then we can add our 5x and 6x and make this 11x is equal to 44. Now what do we do? Divide by 11. So x is equal to what? 4. So this is our number for x. That's our value, our answer for x, but we still have to find y. So we're going to take this and plug it back into one of our equations. So we could either plug it into the first one or the second one. I like to plug it into the one that looks the easiest. So we're going to take this and plug it back into one of our two equations. So which one can we plug it into, the first or the second? It doesn't matter, but the second one kind of looks easier, so we can do it in that one. So we have 2 times 4 plus y is equal to 7. How would we solve this?
Minus 2. No. Okay.
What should we do first here? Multiply. So 8 plus y is equal to 7. Subtract 8 on both sides. So what do we get for y? Right, 7 minus 8 is negative 1. So this is our answer for x and our answer for y.
I thought the 4 is
All right, we're going to do the same thing in the next one. What should we solve for to start?
The first one,
And
y,
x or y in the first one.
x,
Remember, we pick the variable that is all by itself. So we just have an x here by itself, so we're going to solve for x. So how do we solve for x? Remember, we want it to be x equals.
so plus 7,
So we're going to add 7y to both sides. So now we get x is equal to 11 plus 7y. Remember, these two are not like terms, so we can't combine them together. So we just leave it 11 plus 7y. Now we have something for x. X is equal to this. What can we do here? Substitute it in. So we're going to plug it into our other equation for x. So we have 5 times 11 plus 7y plus 4y is equal to negative 23. What do we do first to solve here? Distribute. So 55 plus, what's 5 times 7? 35y plus 4y is equal to negative 23. What do we do next? Combine like terms. How would we combine like terms? So 35y plus 4y would be 39y. What else can we do?
Ms. Carver, I have a question.
Yes.
Why we didn't plug the 11 plus 7y in the 4y? We plugged in the 5x instead.
Because x is equal to this. So we're plugging it into the x. So we're saying 11 plus 7y is equal to x. That is just another way of saying x. These are the same values. So we just take that and substitute it in for x.
Oh, okay.
So in the last one, we solved like y was equal to, and we plugged it in for y. But now we have x is equal to, so we plug it in for x. So how else can we simplify this equation?
You have to
Subtract
subtract 55.
55. So what is negative 23 minus 55? Negative 78. Now what do we do?
It's 39 times 70.
Divide by 39. So y is equal to
3, 2.
Guess again. You're close, but you're missing something.
2.5.
Are one of our numbers negative?
negative 2.
Negative 2.
Oh my god.
We had this negative 78, so a negative divided by a positive is a negative. So y is negative 2. What do we do with this?
We plug it in.
Plug it in
Plug it into what?
to the first equation.
Sure, we can plug it into either one we want. Let's plug it into the first. So we're plugging it in for x or for y?
X.
For y, because it's y is negative 2, so we plug it in for y. So we're going to plug it in here. So I'm going to do it on the side over here. We have x minus 7 times negative 2 is equal to 11. Now we're solving for x, so what do we have to do to solve for x?
Multiply.
Multiply. So what's negative 7 times negative 2?
Positive 14.
Positive 14. So x plus 14 is equal to 11. What do we do next? Subtract 14. So x is equal to what? Negative 3. Awesome. You guys are good at this.
See, this is why I don't like taking math tests.
Let's go.
A.
All right, what are we going to solve for first here?
Y.
Y. we got to be careful because it's a negative y there.
I thought you were gonna add something like y.
So how do we solve for this y?
Add the x.
We can add 6x to both sides. So we get negative y is equal to 27 plus 6x. Remember, we want it to be y equals. We can't have that negative there. So how do we get rid of the negative?
Divide.
We can divide everything by negative 1. So we're just changing the signs of everything in our equation. So this is y is equal to, what's 27 divided by negative 1? Negative 27. And what's 6x divided by negative 1? Negative 6x. So now we have y is equal to this. What do we do with this? Substitute it into what? We substitute it into y in our second equation. So we have 3x plus 8 times negative 27 minus 6x is equal to 9. What do we do to solve here? Distribute. So 3x stays the same. What is 8 times negative 27?
Oh.
Negative 216. And then what's 8 times negative 6x? Negative 48x. So we just distributed the 8. Everybody's with me so far? Okay, what do we need to do next? Combine like terms. So what can we combine?
Negative 216.
Can we combine the 216?
I wrote the three, the first three.
So the 3 and the 48, the
Yeah.
negative 48?
Yeah.
So they're on the same side, so we just add
Oh.
3 plus negative 48. So 3 minus 48. What's 3 minus 48? Negative 45. X, can't forget about that x. And then we want to move the negative 216 to the other side. So we add 216. So what's 9 plus 216? 225. And then how do we solve for x? Divide both sides by negative 45. So x is equal to what?
Negative 5.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 2 5s. I'm a genius.
Negative 5.
I'm so smart. I didn't even do anything. I just flipped the type of 5.
You are so smart. So x is equal to negative 5. What do we do with that? What do we do with this? Which one are we going to plug it into?
The first one.
Sure, let's plug it into the first. So we have 6. Let me write it over here. Negative 6 times negative 5 minus y is equal to 27. How would we solve for y here? Multiply first. So what's negative 6 times negative 5? Positive 30 minus y is equal to 27. Now what do we do? Subtract 30 on both sides. So negative y is equal to, what is 27 minus 30?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. Is that our answer?
No.
What do we have to do?
Add the negative 3 to the positive 3.
divide both sides by -1. So y is equal to positive 3.
Can I just, that doesn't easier. I just,
Yeah. All right, any questions from the notes? That's it for today. We're going to do the rest tomorrow.
oh, yeah, I was looking at the rest, I'm like, this is gonna take forever.
The rest is for tomorrow.
You return in what we have?
Nope, you're not turning in the notes today.